community that continues to thrive and inspire. The story of Singapore's Chinatown begins in the early 19th century, a time of great change and opportunity in Southeast Asia. The British East India Company established a trading post in Singapore in 1818, recognizing its strategic location along the maritime trade routes. This event marked a turning point, transforming the island into a bustling hub of commerce and trade. Singapore quickly became a magnet for traders and laborers from around the world, drawn by the promise of prosperity and new beginnings. They came from all corners of the globe, including China, each bringing their unique cultures and traditions. Driven by a mix of hope and hardship, Chinese immigrants embarked on perilous journeys across the South China Sea, seeking a better life. Life in their hometowns was difficult, marked by poverty and limited opportunities. Poverty, famine, and political unrest forced many to seek better opportunities elsewhere, hoping to escape the harsh realities of their homeland. Singapore, with its burgeoning economy and promise of a fresh start, became an attractive destination for these hopeful immigrants. These early settlers, primarily from the southern coastal provinces of China, faced numerous challenges upon arrival, including language barriers and cultural differences. They were often unskilled laborers, taking on the most grueling and physically demanding jobs available. They took on grueling jobs, working long hours under harsh conditions to make a living. They worked as coolies, hawkers, and artisans, contributing to the growing economy of Singapore. They lived in cramped and basic conditions, often sharing small spaces with many others. Despite these hardships, they persevered, driven by the hope of a better future for themselves and their families. They clung to their traditions and built a community that provided support and a sense of belonging, creating a home away from home. The area south of the Singapore River became the focal point for these Chinese immigrants, a place where they could gather and support each other. This area, known as Telok Ayer, soon transformed into a bustling enclave filled with the sights and sounds of Chinese culture. The streets were a hive of activity, with markets, shops, and street vendors creating a vibrant atmosphere. Shophouses lined the narrow lanes, each one a testament to the hard work and determination of the Chinese immigrants. The air was thick with the smells of unfamiliar spices and the sounds of different Chinese dialects, creating a unique and vibrant community. This marked the genesis of Singapore's Chinatown, a place where Chinese immigrants could hold on to their cultural roots while navigating their new lives in a foreign land. It was a place where they could celebrate their traditions, support each other, and build a new life, creating a lasting legacy that continues to thrive today. As the 19th century progressed, the landscape of many cities around the world began to change dramatically. One of the most notable transformations was the emergence of Chinatowns, vibrant enclaves that became synonymous with trade, culture, and community. Chinatown blossomed into a thriving hub of commerce, culture, and community. These neighborhoods were not just places where people lived, they were dynamic centers of activity that drew people from all walks of life. The Chinese, known for their business acumen, established a variety of trades. They set up shops, they offered their skills. From small family-run businesses to larger enterprises, these shops became the backbone of the local economy. They sold everything from silk and tea to traditional medicines and foodstuffs. These goods were not only essential for daily life, but also carried cultural significance, connecting the community to their heritage. The heart of Chinatown's economic activity was its wet market. This bustling marketplace was a sensory overload, filled with the sights, sounds, and smells of a vibrant community. Here, vendors hawked fresh produce, seafood, and meat. The market was a place where the community came together, not just to buy and sell, but to interact and build relationships. The air was thick with the scent of spices and the sound of bartering. Every transaction was a dance of negotiation, a testament to the vibrant economic life of the community. This bustling marketplace became a central gathering place. It was a microcosm of the larger community, reflecting its diversity and dynamism. It wasn't just for trade. The market was a social hub where people met, exchanged news, and strengthened community bonds. It was for socializing and exchanging news. In a time before digital communication, these face-to-face interactions were crucial for maintaining social cohesion. Beyond commerce, Chinatown nurtured a vibrant cultural scene. Festivals, performances, and art displays were common, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the community. Temples, such as the Tian Hock Keng Temple, dedicated to the goddess of the sea, became important places of worship and community gatherings. These temples were architectural marvels, adorned with intricate carvings and vibrant colors. These temples offered a sense of familiarity and solace to the immigrants, connecting them to their religious beliefs and cultural practices. They were sanctuaries where people could find peace and reflect on their spiritual lives. Clan associations based on ancestral ties or regional origins also played a vital role in Chinatown's social fabric. These associations were more than just social clubs. They were lifelines for many immigrants. They provided support networks for newly arrived immigrants. These networks were essential for helping newcomers navigate the challenges of a new country. They offered assistance with housing, employment, and even resolving disputes. These services were crucial for the well-being and integration of new community members. These associations fostered a strong sense of community and solidarity among the Chinese population. They organized events, provided mutual aid, and ensured that no one felt alone. Chinatown was far from a monolithic entity. It was a mosaic of different dialect groups and ethnicities, each contributing to the community's rich tapestry. It was a tapestry woven from various dialect groups. Each group brought its own unique customs, traditions, and ways of life. Each group had their own customs and traditions. These practices were not just preserved but celebrated, adding to the community's cultural richness. Hokkiens, Teochews, Cantonese, and Hakkas coexisted within this vibrant melting pot. Their interactions and exchanges enriched the community, making it a dynamic and diverse place. They added their own unique flavors to Chinatown's cultural landscape. From food to festivals, each group contributed something special. This fusion of cultures created a dynamic and diverse community. It was a place where different traditions could coexist and blend, creating something entirely new and unique. It laid the foundation for the Chinatown we know today, a place where history and modernity coexist, where the past informs the present and where the community continues to thrive.